Hello, it's Janice, and are you ready to do another journey with me? Time to start a whole new journey. What we are going to do is we are going to celebrate that cancer's gone. Yay! So the 6-month process of going through chemo, having surgery to remove all the cancer and the tumor and all that stuff, and then doing chemo again, that's done, that's over, it's finalized. Big shout out to the North Shore University system. They are fabulous. If you're not familiar with them, great team of people, especially the Kellogg Cancer Center. They have been tremendous in helping me through this process, answering a ton of questions, and so supportive. And they have just so many resources that I could tap into. And even now, there's great resources. So big fan of North Shore University. But now we're time for a new journey. So we have finished the whole cancer treatment piece. Now it's all into the maintenance, and it's learning how to get my health back to its optimal self and to take care of myself and to get myself through the remission piece of it and then onto the cure. So that's where we're heading. And to do that, my first step is to grow hair. Yay! So if anyone knows who this celebrity's hairstyle is, shout out to you. Let me know. But I'm looking forward to getting my hair back. It's already started growing back. It's been, what, 4 or 5 weeks since I've had my last chemo treatment. But I'm looking forward to seeing how it shows up. So right now it's white, and it's like in a horseshoe format, and I'm also getting sideburns, so it's a little freaky, but everyone tells me that the fuzz will go away and I'll get my normal hair back, so I'm looking forward to that. Also, what I need to do is I'll be taking a PARP inhibitor, and a shout out to all the scientists that are working on this. If you're not familiar with it, just Google PARP inhibitor. I'll try and explain it to you how I understand it, but don't hold me to this. I'm not a medical expert, but I have the BRCA2 gene mutation, and so what happens is the mutation is when it divides, it has a single strand break. So that mutation then, when it divides and multiplies, can grow cancer cells. And so what the PARP inhibitor will do, and on the bottom of the screen you'll see what PARP stands for, is will actually cause a double strand break in that cell. So that cell will not be able to reproduce because it has a double strand break. So then the cancer cell can't grow. I'll be on that maintenance drug for 2 years. And it's a revolutionary drug. It's having great results, and people, the scientists and the doctors and patients are finding it very helpful. So it's going to help prevent that remission, the reoccurrence of the cancer, and help keep me in that remission. And like I said, once I get to the 4-year mark, then I'm in cure when I get to the 5-year mark. So that's what we're heading for. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do is this is where I encourage you, is let's continue to be curious. So I've learned so much throughout this whole journey for the past 6 months, and it was a lifelong lessons I'll never forget for the rest of my life. But I've learned so much, and I'm a much better person because I went through all this. It was tough, I have to admit. The last 9 weeks of chemo, since it's a cumulative, it was a little tough with the fatigue and neuropathy and some things, but not as bad as I know other people have gone to. So I feel very grateful for that. But it just was still a big hiccup in my life, but that's done and over with. So now I'm going to be curious about, okay, what do I need to do to really take care of myself? What do I need to do? And this is where I ask you to jump in and to continue to learn and grow as an individual. And we all should be doing that, not just from an occupational perspective, not just from a intellectual perspective, but also from all aspects of our life. So what I'm going to be focusing on is, where am I at physically? So I'm working with a personal trainer from Lake Forest Health and Fitness Center. Yay, Logan, thank you. And he's challenging me to get my body back in shape, because I did not realize how much chemo really beat up my body. So at this point, I could exercise 30 minutes and I could barely do any heavy weightlifting. So we're going to get that back in shape. So the next 6 months, I'm going to really focus on physically getting myself to my optimal health, and back where I could be gardening and bike riding, doing all that other stuff. I'm also going to challenge myself from an interpersonal perspective, just to make sure I continue to network with people, do my volunteer work, and give back to the community, because that's always been really important to me. And then, of course, from an occupational perspective, just always challenge myself to learn from my peers, and to learn from other folks that are in my same field, and to keep challenging myself. And then the emotional side is just that am I really being the best I could possibly be? Am I really focused on being fully present and mindful? And then the intellectual piece of it is, am I really challenging myself to learn and grow as a human? And from that perspective, I'm really going to focus on plant-based diets. and physical health. So if you ever go to the library and you just go down the aisle where the nutritional island, oh my gosh, there's a ton of stuff. So I'm going to be doing a lot of research on plant-based diets, and then just taking care of myself from a physical and what to eat, and then gradually change my diet, because of course I'm getting so much information. So thank you for what you send me. But I challenge you to join in on this. So be curious. Look at yourself. Where are you at physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, occupationally? What can you do to get to the next level? And I encourage you to join me. And it's been wonderful having you on this journey. I look forward to having you on other journeys. And have a fantastic day. Bye.